Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 110. This workout was a little bit late in the day. I sort of got home from work at probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And, early shifts, they do take their toll on you if you're constantly having to wake up at 5 a.m. and then you're not getting to sleep until like 10. Yeah, some people can function on like less than optimal sleep. I can't really function on like 7 hours of sleep, which is just how it works. I was sort of putting off this workout because I was tired, not very motivated, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. Well, I knew I was going to do it. It was just a case of, am I going to do it early and suck up the fact that I'm going to be tired in this workout earlier on in the day, or am I going to procrastinate until I do it later? And obviously the latter option was what I favored. And I ended up procrastinating on this workout until I would say about 8 p.m. in the evening. But what is nice about this time of year is that it's light until, gone 9 o'clock. So it's good that I was able to get this workout in daylight, but it would have been nice to get it in earlier in the day. With regards to the actual movements in the workout, I wanted to work on my split jerk form. My split jerk is still leaving a little bit to be decided with the form. I think it is improving and I'm getting more stable in that position. I think my logic previously was, if I just increase my strict press and I just increase my push press, then that's going to help me with my split jerk. But, anyone who's done weightlifting before will know that they're different movements. It's a similar movement pattern in that the strict press and the push press are vertical pushing movements. But when you're using the legs in such a powerful way when you do split jerks, because the bar has got a lot higher velocity, stabilizing it in that overhead position is a lot more difficult because you have to time the pushing with the legs and when your arms start to take over with that lockout, when your shoulders and your upper back start to take over with that lockout. So it's that timing is the real crucial thing with the split jerk. So as you can see here on a few of these, I've got a very soft lockout because it's not like I don't have the strength to lock out a 100 kilo split jerk. My max is 120. I've done 120 before with a decent lockout. It's that the timing is off. And especially for doubles where I'm alternating the split stance, so I'm doing left, right, right, left on these sets of two, I do find it quite tricky to time that lockout so that I'm able to hold it securely overhead without actually having soft elbows. So for the top sets in this workout, I was doing 6 sets of 2 with 100 kilos. And there was only one rep where I actually missed it. And I think it wasn't necessarily, strength lack that made me miss it. It was just an imbalance with the form or some kind of miss. I think it's this rep where I missed it. I missed the rep, but it was literally just because I mistimed the lockout. Wasn't quite able to get it. I think what has improved over time with having overhead strength is my bar path is a lot more straight up and straight down. I am sort of getting the bar in a straight position. Now, the balance and the stability in the catch is still leaving a little bit to be decided, and I think that will improve with the form. But I think all of the work that I did on the push press and the strict press hasn't been in vain. I've definitely improved with my overhead strength. It's just a case of now being able to translate that strength and use that strength properly when I do my split jerk. So I'm able to combine the overhead strength with the push, the power I get from the legs, so that I can get a much better overall form on the movement. Then I proceeded to move on to some front levers. First set, I managed to hold a straddle front lever for like 13 seconds, and I was like, okay, great, that feels really good. And from memory, I was thinking about the time I went to London a couple weeks back. Well, I think it was about a week ago actually, where I did front lever in a calisthenics park and I did false grip. I did false grip for a front lever, and I think that is the way that you're supposed to do a front lever. You're supposed to hold false grip because it helps you get more engagement from the forearms and then through all those fascial connections through the arms into the back. I feel like, again, this is maybe just my personal experience, but maybe the fascial connections could be a good reason that when you engage the forearms and the hands more effectively with this false grip, you do get more back engagement. That was my reasoning anyway, but that didn't work out today when I did my second set of front lever, because when I tried to do that, I was only able to hold it for like 5 seconds. So the rest of the sets, I decided to do front lever negatives, just lowering from the top all the way down. Then I finished up with some neck training. I did 2 sets on this. So that's one set of, I think this is neck extensions, one set of neck curls, and then one set of lateral extensions or lateral curls. I'm not sure exactly what the anatomical terminology is for lateral with the neck. I think it is lateral extensions. So I'll do one set as dynamic movements, so where I'm doing isotonic movements, lifting and moving the weights concentrically, eccentrically, and then I'll do a set of just isometric holds in all technically 4 positions, but 3 positions, so that I can get a good amount of stimulus, enough stimulus, time and attention for all those muscles to hopefully grow. And lastly, I did some arm work, pelican curls superset with overhead ring tricep extensions. I really like this combination of exercises. Pelican curls especially, because they really hit the top part of the bicep, where the bicep inserts into the scapula, obviously behind the shoulder. When the arm gets pulled behind the body like this, and the shoulder is in extended position, then you get that stretch on the top end of the bicep. And that is what enables you to get a good amount of tension through a full range of motion. I think that's more of you get more passive tension on the bicep like that. When you get more passive tension, when you also then increase with passive tension, the total overall tension on the muscle is slightly elevated. And this is why I think personally, gymnasts have much bigger biceps than a lot of other sports, or why gymnasts, through the nature of their sport and the way that they do their activities, through using rings obviously, and a lot of bar work where their shoulder is forced into a full range of motion, extended position, they get a lot more full range of motion tension on the biceps, and which is why you'll see gymnasts, especially ring specialists and bar specialists, they'll have enormous biceps for their body size. And I think that's one thing that is missing in bicep training, is training the biceps in a fully stretched, extended position, not just at the elbow, but also at the shoulder. When you do that, I think you're going to get the most tension and obviously the most benefit in the gains. All right, guys, that is pretty much it for me today. Thank you very much for watching.